We begin in Washington and a new development in the Mueller report. The Democrats have issued a subpoena to the Justice Department for its full release to Congress. They want the entire unedited report, not the redacted version sent to them by Attorney General William Barr. The CBC's Stephen D'Souza joins us now from Washington with more. So, Stephen, what spurred the Democrats to issue the subpoena?
Well, this is interesting because the House Judiciary Committee, which is controlled by the Democrats, had actually issued voted for the authorization of this subpoena before the report was even released because they were concerned about how much they would actually see. Now, while there was what has been described as sort of light redactions in the ultimate report that we saw yesterday, all 448 pages of it, Democrats on the House Judiciary Committee feel that they haven't seen enough and that they want to continue their work, continue their investigation, that they need to see the full unredacted report, including, importantly, the supporting materials as they continue to investigate just what took place between Russia and the Trump campaign. They say that's what they need to get the full scope of what the special counsel was investigating. Let's hear from Jerry Nadler, who is the Democrat who chairs the House Judiciary Committee, talking more about their reasons for the subpoena.
Mueller, the special prosecutor, made very clear that he couldn't reach a determination on obstruction of justice, basically because of certain Justice Department guidelines, which didn't allow him to do that, but that he laid it out for Congress to do, not for the Attorney General to arrogate to himself the power to do it. The Attorney General has revealed himself, Barr has revealed himself as an agent of the President, not the Attorney General of the entire American people.
Now, it's interesting, we're also seeing some reaction from the president to the Mueller report and the contents of the Mueller report itself. You'll recall that when Donald Trump spoke before the cameras yesterday, it was just as the report was being released, and he was touting, no collusion, continuing that mantra, even releasing a Game of Thrones themed meme on Twitter saying game over. But he wasn't quite in a celebratory mood on Twitter this morning. I'll show you a couple of tweets that he sent out before heading to his golf course, calling the Mueller report crazy, and describing the notes and saying statements made about him were fabricated, totally untrue, and that he said he never agreed to testify and respond to written statements about himself because the comments made in the quote-unquote report were total BS. He didn't use that that short form, and were only made to make him look bad. So, Andrew, a lot of reaction from the president, who was at first saying the report exonerated him, but now taking a much different tone towards the special counsel.
And even redacted, the Mueller report still runs in the hundreds of pages. So what are the Democrats concentrating on?
Well, the real focus has been the obstruction of justice section. Of course, we all know that the special counsel didn't take a position on whether it could lay charges against the president because of the Office of Legal Counsel, this Department of Justice policy that you can't indict a sitting president. And a lot of the report spent time talking about that issue, that legal issue that the special counsel wrestled with. And it also, the special counsel, Robert Mueller, took great pains to say if we had if we could say that the president did not obstruct justice, if we could say that he was totally clear, we would, but they couldn't do that. They could not exonerate him. In fact, they listed 10 instances in which he attempted to influence the investigation. For example, he asked the White House counsel, Don McGahn, to try to end to get Robert Mueller fired. He asked former campaign manager Corey Lewandowski to ask the then Attorney General Jeff Sessions to hold a news conference to disparage the special counsel. So basically what the report says is that if not for underlings of the president not following orders, the president might have had an impact on the special counsel. So Democrats believe that by getting the full unredacted report, it could provide them a possible roadmap towards something like impeachment, which is something that's being debated by various levels of the party. You have the more progressive wing, the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortezes of the party, saying this is something that they need to pursue, while you have others in the more establishment side, like Nancy Pelosi and the House leader Steny Hoyer, saying this is not the right time, that we have an election in 2020. That's the time to pass judgment on the President of the United States. And so the Democrats are hoping to hear from William Barr on May 2nd before their committee, as well as possibly himself, Robert Mueller, speaking sometime next month. So the political battle will continue, and the political calculations about impeachment and other decisions will also be decided. So a lot still left to play out in this story.